around and deal with all that sun. So it only made sense to use the people that was already there. I mean, white people in general don't like sunlight. But since those guys were already there, they had managed to have a union with the sunlight. So it didn't bother them to work in the sun all day. Why on this? Maybe we shouldn't cut off their hands and stuff. But I mean, you learn as you go. We don't cut off people's hands anymore. We just let them crack. And alcohol and tobacco, those are new methods of control. We call them vices. But we won't go into that right now because you're supposed to be showing people the lights. Sorry, you just forget. Okay, now there goes another one. Not the spiral. Not again. You mean we gotta go?
Okay, now the spiral, I want to explain this to you. As you can see in the middle, that's the statue of the god Asar. This is me. But they call him Buddha in India. Alright? And in Asia. In India, they actually call him Krishna now. But at one time in India, they knew him as the Asar and also as the Buddha. And it was always black. Until the Europeans come around, they always change it to anything other than black. Just like they give you all the cartoon costume heroes with all the different colors on and everything. Now they get the Easter Bunny coming up to Easter. His name Peter Cottontail, a male that's on the basket with all the colored eggs. First of all, rabbits don't lay eggs, and if they did, the male shouldn't be laying the damn eggs, okay? Not Peter, it should be Petrie's or something like that. Then he got his white butt on top of the chocolate bunny and all the other colors, just like the same thing with pool, with the green grass in the basket being the green felt on the pool table. The white basket, the white bunny be on paws on the envelope packaging with the ingredients and everything. They got a white bunny there, and right up under there they had a big chocolate bunny. Already elevated the white bunny above the chocolate one, and then the chocolate one, unknowing, is the director or the progenitor of all of the other multicolored eggs up under the chocolate one, with the white one being that which generated life to the chocolate one that's under it. So as you see that with your eyes every Christmas, you don't pay attention to it, but it's true. They mostly have it in the yellow basket, which is representing the yellow color of the sunlight, with the green grass in there. And all the eggs hid in the grass as if to be eggs in the fertile grasses of the female. That's what all that is, being in the earth. It's all symbolic, and you don't know that because you're a foolish consumer and you miss it. But now they got that set up where it comes around in cycles. Every year, the same shit over and over. The Buddha come here to let you know about the cycles of the planets and the truth protection of the elements, who will, just like in any other body, command and commission and orchestrate and produce things inside of it internally to destroy things that is destructive to it. So now when this stuff starts happening on the earth, and the macro scale, just like it should, because it happens in the micro scale. Okay, so on the macro scale, we knew about it. We put it in stone. Here it goes right here. Yeah, the Buddha be right in the middle of the constellations. He'll be protected by the cosmic forces. And he'll be speaking to the people, telling them the events of nature and what nature is doing. And while he's doing that, he'll have nature help him out. And as he speaks things into manifestation, it would happen. So all this is going on now, but we supposed to remain stuck on Jesus and Frosty the Snowman and Peter Cottontail, okay, and Scooby-Doo and all that stuff, which us dumb niggas that we like to be for some reason known as all over the world was writing this shit that we see happening right now in stone and been doing it for thousands of years. And you Europeans keep wanting to try to keep overlooking our history. Because of your violence and theft of the world, you need this stuff to be garbage. So you think you're going to skate and get away with the crimes you've committed against us. But that's just foolish. It's just nothing but total foolishness.
Again, now there's the lights that the Minister Farrakhan was talking about. I know Minister Farrakhan too. He's a nice guy. I mean, you guys should listen. I mean, if you want to know the closest thing there's out there to return you to your original format of self, is the knowledge of self that the Muslims are teaching everyone. If you listen to what Asar says, it's the same shit. I mean, we know what we destroyed, so we know it's starting to grow again because we don't like to see that and we want to destroy it again. But they were able to hold it together. And we don't mind the Christians holding things together because they worship white Jesus. But the Muslims worship Allah. And so I showed you that Allah is the star. He showed you that. He showed you the feminine vagina that the supreme energy source comes from. And that supreme energy source comes to earth the representation of a man. We always known you guys were telling us that, but we wanted to steal your shit. So we had to hide that. So I know deep down inside that the spirit inside of Asar is the spirit of Allah. And I know that, see? And I know Asar's gonna just beat the hell out of me because I deserve it. I've done some horrible stuff. I'm the first to admit it. As old heads will roll. Okay? Okay, now, this is right here. The moment of truth. Okay, because now, wait. Oh, I've been smoking. Sorry, because now as you know, this is that ship.
This ship right here, as I tell everyone, this is the capabilities of the mothership launching these things. These are light ships that can take on coagulation of steel at thought. But then they can just move as just light entities from the sun that has not or need not manifest into strong steel. And they don't need manifest into strong steel at all under any circumstances. The only reason why they do is, believe it or not, to show the ignorance of people who we are constantly out to show the souls of. That's the reason for our manifestation, so you can have experiences to set up the arrangements and the preparations for you to go to your next existence. All for what you put in your hands with materialism and the knowledge that's available to you. So sinister people get to go to places that's more sinister. All right. Then we could take non-sinister people and put them in extreme arenas of sinistry and see how they respond to that. Because given the opportunity to show a sinister side, they might have that hidden inside of them. So it's all about the planning of the game masters. So you're not going to sit around here on this planet and try to not understand what I'm saying to you when I know about temptation. And I know about all the things that tempt everybody else out here because I get manifested in the flesh, so I can have to go through the same temptations. So the ignorance about everyone trying to overlook the intelligence that you hear coming from me, and you always want to vibrate on the personification and what type of materialism that I have. That's why y'all ass is getting off this planet. That's exactly why. Because see, you're so dull that you can't even see what I'm working with, and you think that's going to make me want to find a reason to keep persuading myself that maybe there could be some good in you. When I know the good in you have to start with you being able to think good. And if you can't even think good, you can't be good. Thinking good would be able to say, wait a minute, these spaceships are flying around the Earth, and what he's saying is making sense. So why are we dragging when he say, you're going to return this Earth back over, y'all going to be killed? Or you're going to help me get the funding that I need to start doing the repair to the Earth that you all destroyed. And then it seems like the government sit around and don't think there's anything to be worried about because they know they're going to hell. They know these ships are here whooping their ass. And then the citizens sit around, who's been the biggest part of the government being able to pull that thing off, because without your help they could not have done it. So now you want to drag stuck and nimble about what side should I go to, God's side or remain on this side that I want to be God, but I've been on all the time. Ain't. I know what side you're going to. You're going to where these things are going to take you when they put your ass in those sinkholes, which you guys call hell, and don't want to admit it because Jesus ain't here with it. It's a sorry here with it. So you still want it not to be true because you want Jesus real bad, which ain't coming. You can see the judgment and already started. So I got to go through this and do it for you. So we might as well get it done.
The Farrakhan just showed you. He just showed you that. Now this is the real life footage of it flying around somewhere here on Earth. And it just scares me. I have to all the time go to the bathroom and change my knickers because I know what I'm looking at when I see that, see? And it's just really disturbing and all to me. And then I know that, then at the very end, that Sahar really was diligent about trying to find. As you can see, that's a big mothership right there. He had footage.
Right here, this is underground thumper. You can see the green light encapsulated in the white light that you just saw in my video, Asar Speaks, that was on the wall in the room with me. As you can see all around everywhere right here now also. But the thing is, this light right here is the light that I tell you guys that I truly am inside of these aggregates. The green light came to the earth and encapsulated itself inside of my mother and my father. As when they came together and created the brine that I am, it set up the chemistry inside of me, the liquid chemistry that needed to be set up and ready for when the sunlight shot the electric projectile. So what I'm saying is, first the green light came to earth, encapsulated inside both my parents to set up the embodiment for my right chemistry of electrodes and cosmic things that had to be arranged for the light what was going to come later. Also for me to have experiences here on the earth so I could be able to have as a library of occurrences when the light come. In my particular set, places that I have been, what I had observed, what I had smelled, what I have tasted, who touched me, and all that stuff was just like the library, the computer that was already here. So when this light come here, it could be in touch and in manifestation of these event, currents, and times. So it won't have to go through everything that was inside of my aggregates that would be available for the light without being able to really just centralize in on what's necessary to deal with the job that we have to deal with right here on earth. We don't need to be going way back into days of thousands of years ago, but that information is still in the aggregates and we can get that stuff out. All we do is extract knowledge from minerals, and knowledge is power. You won't understand that knowledge is light, but that's all it is. You guys are so physical, you won't be able to understand. That's what I'm saying to you. What you're looking right here is supreme power, because it's supreme light knowledge. The intelligence of these lights is the intelligence that's necessary to run this whole planet without producing 1 ounce of smoke. Just one light could heat this whole planet up without producing, and give every house on this planet all the electricity necessary to sustain it for millions of years. This is how smart we are. And then I come to your planet and get completely overlooked by you idiots. And it has nothing to do with my ego. It has a lot to do with the anger that's in my heart to know that you gave up all of this that you are so you could worship a dead man on the cross and have these carnal pleasures that you all enjoy over everything else. And then for me to be on this planet, the only thing left for what happened to me is me get filthy because you guys don't want to convert and hear what I'm saying. You like what you're doing. So that's why this light right here that you all keep trying to think is not here is going to burn up all the houses. I keep telling you guys, this is judgment. This is not something you can just decide, well, it's not happening now, and Asar might be a phony, and even though there's more strength in him being real and the true God than there is in me continuing to wait on Jesus, I'm going to just continue to wait on Jesus because I can continue smoking and drinking beer and having sodomy with Joey over there and yeah, all the other shit we do, and we're good Christians. So we don't have to change because our Bible told us to be who we are and gave us permission. So there, and that's that. Yeah. So you can have a better look at the light. That's what I mean about that. And this is only for growth.
It was recommended that Sahar really was diligent about trying